Good morning, good morning, good morning. A kiss up to God, giving him all the glory, all the honor, and all the praises. Pray all is well. Happy Sunday, everybody. Um, Coming on this morning with can we handle the truth? Oh, you can't handle the truth. It made me think about it because of the movie with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson, A Few Good Men. And that was like one of the famous lines on there where Jack Nicholson was sitting on the witness stand and he's been drilled by Tom Cruise because he allowed his soldiers, his Marines, I'm sorry, you better call them Marines, to haze and to kill a young man. And one of the things, when Tom Cruise was drilling him, Jack Nicholson blew up and said, "You can't handle the truth." And he said it because it is so true. The things that go on in our world, in our life, we can't handle some of the things. We can't handle the truth. And I don't know if we can't handle the truth because, the truth will hurt, but the truth will also set you free. And that is such a true statement. That's why I'm divorced twice. Because I had to deal with the truth that that both my ex were did a lot of cheating and the other one was very abusive. And you have to come to grips with the situation that you're in because you're living in an illusion. And we know illusions are not real. A lot of illusions is because our brain is getting the wrong information or we are feeding it information that we know is wrong. We're doing everything we can to keep relationships together or to keep things together, but we won't deal with the truth of it. And I personally think once we deal with the truth, a lot of things will fall into place. It's gonna hurt in the beginning when you're dealing with the truth. But I'm gonna tell you from experience, the hurt will get less and less and less. And once you realize what you was dealing with, you'll be glad that you're not anymore. Because the more you're dealing with it, the more hurt it's gonna cause if you don't get out of it. Example, I said in some meetings we have single moms. We had a single moms meeting and I did go and I sat in the meeting so I could listen to what the ladies were saying because I'm a single mom. I raised my son. His father was in his life, but I still was the sole provider of my son. And this young lady, was saying how she's dealing with anxiety, she's going through, she was in the hospital because her blood pressure was so high, and she goes on and on and on and talk. So come to find out that that her boyfriend lives with her, and he doesn't work. So he doesn't work. Well, he's there taking care of the our son. And she said when she was in the hospital that he called her, was telling her one of the bills were due. So before I knew it, I'm like, what? And the lady head in the meeting was like, "Oh, we don't judge, we don't judge." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not judging, but she needs to know and needs to be able to handle the truth." And sometimes we do that. We don't judge and we shouldn't. We have no right to judge. But some things we put a band-aid on or we pat on the shoulder. Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. Be honest with some of these young ladies, young men, or whoever you're dealing with, or whoever talking to you, because they don't mind coming to you, spilling their guts, telling you what's going on, without handling the truth of the matter. That's with everything in life. I work in the district. Some kids be doing some things, and then when the parents are called to the school to discuss what their child did, they're taking up for them instead of really knowing what your child really did. The truth of the matter is this is what happened. But instead of handling the truth, instead of dealing with it, we put a little band-aid on and we're in our illusion that not my child. And it happens in every little thing. We don't think that there's gonna be a food shortage. We don't think that what's going on in the government is real. You can't handle the truth if you're not willing to look at things that's really happening. and stop allowing things to go into your subconscious and your mind saying that, oh, okay, well, that can't be right, that can't be true. Handling the truth will get you out of certain things and certain situations, because now you're willing to deal with it, and you're willing to change who you are, or maybe change your circumstances, your situations. Because as long as you're there denying what's really going on, the more that it's going to pile up. Another example, a friend of mine was helping someone move. They have a male friend who all of a sudden go missing, and they're going to call and say, oh, you're finished moving, but you knew I was moving. You didn't help. But from what I understand, he's there now, but didn't help move nothing in. So to me, the young lady, that's really dealing with something, because if you got somebody in your life that's not there to help, then they're there to destroy. They don't care about certain things. We need to be able to handle the truth, handle what's going on in our life, what's going on in our world, and deal with it accordingly. And you'll be surprised how things end up and how things work out once you really deal with them and stop sitting there thinking, not my child, not my husband, not my country, not, the truth of the matter is we are dealing with a whole lot of stuff. And as soon as we recognize and realize and deal with it, the better. Some things will hurt, but you will get over it. You're not going to fall out and die. Handle the truth and deal with your life and deal with your circumstances, and stop allowing people to continuously use you, hurt you, and make you feel some type of way because you can't handle the fact that this person might not be for you, that this job might not be for you, that this house might not be for you, that you bought a lemon, that you voted wrong, all that stuff. It's okay to realize that you made mistakes, or to realize that, hey, I need to understand what is really happening and stop being in dealing with an illusion of what you think has happened. Deal with the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And that's a fact. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you think anybody needs to hear this, please share it. Get yourself some word in, get yourself a scripture in, get yourself a praise in. It's Sunday morning, y'all. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Jennifer Brooks. Please continue to share. Please continue to come on. Please continue to subscribe. I appreciate it. I'm only like 40 down from 1,000 subscribers. It took a while, but hey, it is what it is. The truth of the matter is, I deal with it, and I know it is what it is. Thank you so much for joining me today. You guys have a blessed day. Now you're here. God bless.